That was a cold ride. I didn't go far. It's cold. It's in the high 20s. I can see my breath. I got my mittens on. If you know, you know. That's what I'll say. And if you know, you know. Comment below. If you know, you know. Comment below. All right. I like it. I got to show you guys something. Watch this. Look at that cloud bank. All right. So that's 3 Mile right there. At the end of Toad Harbor. Shrouded in mist. That's so cool looking. We come all the way back here. I'll give you guys a tour. It's beautiful out here. Alright, so that's 3 Mile right there. Alright. And that whole long shoreline right there, all the way back down into Johnson's Bay. Look at that right there. I don't know whose house that is on the point. But they should look at this video and screenshot that. If you can hold still, man. Sheesh, you got one job. Look at that. Freaking beautiful. I sound like Bob Ross. Look at the happy little trees all wrapped in mist. Ooh. I don't know why you... It's natural to whisper right here. Steve Maddox is probably in his duck blind right now. He lives down in... down in there. Yep. I fish in this little bay all the time. I love it. There's some structure in here. Oh my God, look at that one coming out of... That looks like a dolphin. That looks like a dolphin or a whale. No shit. Ooh, we're going to turn you sideways. Everybody's tripping out. Whoa, what's going on? Look at that. It's a dolphin or a whale or whatever. Oh my God, that cloud. That's like 5. Uh-oh. Go back. So that's just a ground fog, because that cold air is sucking this moisture right up out of the lake because it's warm. This is the one I saw, and you see how it's cascading down like this, and I thought, what if there was like a mountain right there and that was a glacier that dumped in right here? Like, wouldn't that be amazing? I mean, it's very flat around here. You don't get much. You can see, okay, well, wow, that's beautiful. Look at, so there's the sunrise in my angle. So like, that's probably Lewis Point, maybe? No, it's probably farther south than that already. But the sunrise is going to be right there. So in the beginning of my year, there's Big Bay back there. I would see it like between Big Bay and 3 Mile in like March or April, and then it goes throughout the year. It goes all the way around the lake. It's weird, and it's incremental, so you don't notice it until you all of a sudden think, oh geez, it started over here. But yeah, that's probably Lewis Point area, give or take. Maybe Lakeport. There's the islands, and I know the names of the 2 islands. I know, just don't ever know which one is which. So there's the islands. Nothing going on in South Bay. You can still see the old yacht club down in there. And then you come back around this way, and there's Muskrat Bay. Guy beat me out here this morning. Real nice. Way to go. That's Muskrat Bay and Oneida Shores. Route 81, where we just came out of. And we're walking and we're stopping. That's not a cool dolphin anymore. That was cool though. Alright, I'm where I'm gonna start my drift. So hang out. We'll see what happens. What a rise, what a rise, what a rise. What a mighty ass rise. The sounds of a fall sunrise, shots echoing through the air, reverberating. What's up, everybody? All right, so third spot, first fish, just released 16, 17-inch walleye. I took a run. I'm down on the rocks, and that was about my third cast with this little beauty. It's just a 1/4 ounce football head with a straight king rage crawl, and I am just chucking it out, letting it settle on the bottom, and retrieving it just fast enough to where it's just ticking off the top of the rock. Dunk, 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 dunk. Just kind of bouncing along. I don't want to retrieve it too slow to get hung up in all these rocks down here. And they're scattered. It's not really boulders. It's sand and gravel and some bigger chunk rock, but it's actually perfect. And I've been here all summer, and I guess this is kind of my confidence spot. You know, I felt like I was struggling back there, and in which I find it hard. You know, it's just mental. It's just mental. It's in right there, right there. That's our biggest adversary. It's our greatest asset and our biggest adversary in the same exact space. But this is my confidence spot right now. That used to always be my confidence spot. The West End is like it's like a playpen. It's just mental. It's just mental. Not I'm mental. It's mental. They say if you tend to sway back and forth side to side, you're okay. It's when you start going like this forward to backward that they say you're in trouble. So right now I'm still side to side. Let's try and keep it that way. Number 2. $17 3/4. And he swims away. That swim bait bite just never gets old. I love it. I enjoy it. Everybody has their thing, and this is my thing. And you're just reeling it along nice and slow, and you feel thump, and they just take the whole thing right in their mouth. Like as you saw, there was only that much of that sticking out of that fish's mouth, and they just take the whole thing. Boom. Big fish eat little fish. All right. 11 foot of water. Let's see what happens. Stay tuned. Stu, I got a fish story for you. So, I'm throwing my little swim bait in, whack! But it doesn't really do much. It just dog and dog and dog, and it comes around the back of the boat. I'm still on spot lock from where I just caught that walleye. And it's a big smallmouth, He finally comes into view. The water's clear, and he comes up along the side of the boat, and I reach down, I put my rod down, I grab the line up here, and I go to position him so I can lip him. I don't like to net him if I don't have to and beat him up in the net. And as soon as he opened his mouth, this came flying up out at me and he swam away. I don't think the hook point was ever in him. He just wouldn't open his mouth. That's funny, which is why he didn't jump and run, because he that's hilarious. I was dying laughing. I'm like, all right, see you later, buddy. All of 3.5 pounds, maybe a touch more. Awesome. What is up, everybody? My name is Matt. Welcome to Matt's Morning Show. It's a beautiful day today, but it's cold. It was in the 20s when I left the house this morning. Turned the clocks back this morning. I was still up before daylight, even with turning it back, so it didn't matter. My nose is cold and running all day. My hands are a little urging. I took a spill this morning. I fell down a flight of stairs. God help me. I'm going to tell you, me and stairs and falling all of a sudden, like I've never fallen my whole life. And then I fell one night goofing around with racing down the steps outside between the dome and the VA parking garage. We were racing around and racing down the stairs, and I jumped the whole flight of stairs at the bottom. I made it. I won. My feet planted solid, and then my momentum took me, and I tucked and rolled. That's where this whole that's what this is related to now. All those years later, this was, God, 6 years ago, 7 years ago. I fell in the old boat, getting in it one day, one night actually, tied to the dock. It was winter. The boat was still in the water though. I slipped on the gunnel, and that was a big old deep boat. I fell all the way down in it and landed on my left arm, bent these fingers all the way back to my arm. I thought it was going to break or snap or pop, or it didn't. And then I rolled through it, full body weight, boom, down. So this morning I come out, and when you come out of the back of my house, you come down 4 steps, 5 steps, to the next level of deck, and then down 3 more to the lowest level, and then into the boat. And soon I already know, I stepped out of the house gingerly because I knew it was cold and everything was going to be slippery. And I walked right to the edge, to the banister, and I grab a hold of it, and I'm like, I know this is going to be slippery. I put my foot, the first foot down, and I go, I got to be careful. I know this is going to be slippery. And whoom! I went, oh shit, this is slippery. I got my big camera bag on my back. Weighs about 87,000 pounds. And now I'm like, oh man, I'm going to I'm doing one of these, like through time and space, trying to catch myself and my balance, and oy vey, wham! And I got my bag thrown in front of me, and I bounced off that and rolled, so I didn't hit face first, full force on the deck, and I'm laying there face down, and all I can think is how humiliating. I hope to God my wife didn't see that. The Ring camera probably caught it on video. It's gonna be like on America's Funniest Home Videos or something. Next thing I know. But man, I took a spill, and that's how I started my morning, face down on my deck, going, oh, system check. Is everything? Can I move everything? I'm like, is everything broken? No. Well, That hurts, but that always hurts, so it's all right. Well, no, yeah, I'm fine. So I get up. I had to go back inside because I blew the top right off my cup when I hit the ground. And I'm laying there, and I can hear the water dripping through the deck down to the ground. Go, drip, drip, drip. I'm like, all right. So there you go. So I think I recovered nicely. I didn't slay them. I started out in the usual spot and on the west end, and wasn't really happening for me. And I had pickerel, 2 smallmouth, and 2 walleyes. And I'm done for the day. It's Sunday. I got to get ready. I got to go guide next week for 3 days out in Oak Orchard for brown trout. So you'll see some content on that later in the week. And yeah, be here for a couple more days. All right. Thanks for joining me. Have a great Sunday. It's beautiful out. Absolutely spectacular. Go enjoy it. Keep your tip up.